By 1770, the Anglo-American relationship was on the precipice. Like Timmy and Kylie, the will they, won't they breakup was absolutely scintillating. Or so I've been told, I don't know. But there were a lot of pissed off patriots and disgruntled members of parliament back in England. And still, the British just can't seem to do anything right. Everything they do seems to just play right into the colonial patriots' hands, and an armed, serious conflict is starting to look like a fait accompli. As we discussed, Parliament and the leading colonial patriots have been what we'll call a billing dispute for the last 6 years, and in March 1770 things look like they were really about to escalate after the Boston Massacre. So in order to maintain the peace, Parliament and the new Prime Minister Lord North decided to repeal all the very unpopular Townshend Acts, but not quite all. They repealed everything except a itty bitty teeny tiny little tax on tea, which they kept as a reminder to the colonists that they could tax them what they wanted when they wanted. Trade between England and the colonies actually started to stabilize, and from 1770 to 1773, long-term reconciliation actually seemed possible. Cut to 1773, the once lucrative East India Trading Company has fallen on hard times and are looking down the barrel of a Bear Stearnian demise. But Lord North has an idea. He says, OMGW, what if we kill two birds with one stone? If we drop the tax on tea exported from England to the colonies, the colonial tea market will be disrupted so that they can undercut the Dutch black market tea and in fact have the cheaper, yummier tea perfect for all of the colonists to enjoy, all while collecting a little itty bitty tax that will help pay off the huge debts that the company has accrued. This, at first glance, seems very logical, but they left the metaphorical slider hanging over the plate and the patriots jumped on it. What Parliament failed to fully consider about the situation was that the people that they were in fact undercutting, the smugglers, were the colonial patriot leaders who would fight tooth and nail and would rally people to their cause of this injustice. So here's the scene. Huge company ships full of cheap, delicious East India trading tea are landing all across the Atlantic coast, and every gram of tea that they're selling is a gram of tea that you're not selling. So what do? First, loudly shame all the people around you in town, saying that they're a bunch of loyalist bitches if they buy the English tea, and that if they do, they're actually not invited to the rager patriot parties that they've been having. And that's a true story. Shunning and being left out of social circles was a very effective tactic. 2, you brazenly sabotage the English merchants by dumping all of their tea into the harbor. And you sprinkle in just a dash of racism because you just decide to dress up like a couple of Native Americans. It's literally just a period piece Animal House. By the end of the night, the Patriots had dumped almost 100,000 pounds of tea into the harbor, which was worth about $2 million in today's money. Once the dust settled and the tea steeped, the colonists realized that they more than likely just crossed the oceanic Rubicon and that Papa Parliament was going to be really pissed. And they were correct. Parliament were absolutely fuming and passed the Intolerable Acts, which shut down the Boston Harbor and led to the first meeting of the Continental Congress.